Today we're going to be talking about why you stop dating and would rather be single. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that notifications button if you haven't already. Okay, today we're going to be talking about why you have decided not to date and why you would rather remain single. In today's world, what we're seeing is new world order. The world that we were taught before is now going through a phase where it's collapsing and we're going into a new world. If you look around at the world that we're living in now, just with it being March, look how many natural causes we've had, look how many deaths we've had, and now we have viruses that are running around in the world that are killing people. Well, this is called population control. Everything that we know of is going to collapse, and we're going into a new way of thinking. So this is going to be one of the reasons why, but I have 5 more reasons that's going to explain why you decided to make that decision, all right? First, we're going to start off with dating itself. Dating is dead. Most people that go on a date now are suffering from anxiety, a lot of mood swings. Dating is no longer dating. It's an interview to see if you're going to be the sucker that's going to actually fall for this trick all over again so she can get what she wants. But we're noticing that the gimmick is up. So there's no reason for you to go out and spend money when you could just go to social media, meet you somebody on Tinder, have a one-night stand and call it a day. This is what most people are doing. Not just men, but women are doing it as well. Everyone is living inside of their own emotions. Social media has made people addicted to attention. You can't even meet someone to even try to build anything with them if both of you are suffering from attention ADD disorders because you haven't looked at your phone. It's hard for you to connect with someone when they're connecting to millions of people at the same time, and you just going on dates and spending time with each other is just something you were programmed to do, but there's really no emotion behind it. Dating has become a waste of time, a waste of money. So this is why you stray away from it, because you don't have time for the interview and you don't have time to face the anxiety that comes with what you're getting ready to deal with. See, if you're going to go meet someone, but they've sat back and looked at all your social media posts, all your pictures, you've talked, when you guys get in front of each other, you don't even have anything to talk about. And that's been the main thing that has actually killed dating is boredom. Going out with someone feeling like you've already been with them for years because you've read their profile has slowed down the mystery of actually getting to know someone when you're already full of assumptions. But what most people have done online is created a false identity that they don't live in real life. So you still have people that are getting catfished. I said to myself the other day, how are people still getting catfished? That show still has new episodes. How is that show still going on? Because people want to hear what they want to hear, and they don't want to face reality. By the time they get around to facing reality, they're ready to go ahead and start a whole new dream. All right? So dating is dead because of anxiety, mood swings, and no one wants to go through that interview. Number 2, loss of attraction to women. Most guys are desensitized by the way a woman looks. Big booties, big titties, yoga pants, fake hair. They're all doing the same thing over and over and over again to grab the attention. Now men are desensitized. Women are thinking that these same gimmicks still work because she has a plethora of men online that are still gassing her up. But even those men online are becoming less and less and less in her DM for the simple fact that they're becoming desensitized to it as well. See, when you watch something over and over again, at some point your brain's going to get sick of it, especially when it comes to a woman's body. But you'll also get sick of the same woman, and then you will want to fantasize about another woman. So a lot of these Insta models that start off looking good, as they get older, they start to lose their fan base because their fan base gets sick of looking at them. because men have become desensitized to a naked woman. There's no mystery. There's no excitement. There's nothing there to turn him on. So once he loses the attraction to a woman, there's no reason to pursue her. Especially when you got the internet at home and you could go find release yourself. Or you could just log into the internet and find someone to get your release from that may be a little faster. The loss of attraction to a woman, being desensitized, plays the biggest role as to why you'll rather remain single, because there's nothing for you to discover. Next, you're okay with living by yourself. See, most people that are going to choose to be single for the rest of their life or choose not to date, you've already been living by yourself. You're paying your own bills, you're paying your own car, and you've created a lifestyle outside of the job you work. So when you find yourself actually surviving as an individual and having the freedom to do what you want, that normally makes you spoiled to yourself, and actually compromising to someone else just doesn't seem to be your reality, because you've already conformed to the world around you. You don't want to conform to another person who's looking for you to compromise their downfall. So you choose to be single because it's easier for you to be happy inside of your own lane versus compromising and losing all your happiness to someone else. Next, your job has become very exciting. This is another reason why a lot of you want to be single and stay single. Is because you're starting to work longer hours at work. Then when you leave work, you'll go home and stay at the gym for 2 hours, go home, sleep, wake back up and do the same cycle again. Work all day long, maybe go to the gym, come home, sleep, and get back up. Mainly, most of that comes from debt. But this is what people are doing. They have become addicted to their job. The more addicted you are to your job, the longer you stay at your job, the more time you spend at your job. So your good times are going to be at your job. Office parties, hanging out with people that you work with. That's when you know you're going to be single. When you and the people you work with actually becomes best friends. You don't need a relationship because you already have a type of life that associated with the lifestyle that you have. So hanging around people that you work together that do the same thing as you make you comforting. So there's no reason for you to go home and share that space with anyone. Last but not least, the I told you so syndrome. This is one of those things that's going to keep you single the longest. It's when you've been single for a long time, but then you have your friends that are in relationships, and then you start telling them the problems that they're going to face. And then when they start facing them problems, you end up saying, I told you so. See, the more I told you so's you say to your friends, the more single you're going to be. Because when you're single, you start to gain this knowledge. See, when it comes to men, right, especially Sigma males, you're going to go through a phase of your life like a little kid where you're going to be asking a lot of questions, right? But then as you get older, you're going to stop asking questions and you're going to think you're a know-it-all. So you're going to go through a phase of your life where you think you're a know-it-all. But then during that phase, you're going to be looking for acceptance. You're going to be looking for alphaness. You're going to be trying to find your way in life. And that's what's going to cause you to make a lot of mistakes. But as you get older and you start to become more of an adult, you start to seek knowledge. You turn back around and start to seek the same thing that you did as a little kid. So as you learn more, you're able to see things better with no distractions. That's when you start giving advice. When you start giving the advice and you start watching your knowledge come to life, that's what's going to keep you single, especially in the red pill world. The more knowledge you learn about the red pill and the more you're able to explain it to someone else, and then something happens to them and you say, I told you so, that's going to keep you single. The I told you so's is giving you confidence that the knowledge that you have about relationships is true, but you're normally analyzing a negative part of dating. See, between dating, the loss of attraction to women, being addicted to your job, living by yourself, and telling your friends I told you so, it's going to be rare. Not too many men are going to be out here living that way. So the I told you shows you have to get used to. All the dating is going to push you away, because the older a woman gets, the harder she is to deal with. So the older you get with your red pill knowledge, the less attractive she's going to be to the mind. But the more knowledge you gain about life, the less attractive more women are going to be, because you're going to realize it's just one big emotional game that had an agenda behind it to make you feel the way you feel. And this is why we have a population decrease. And this is why the elites behind the scene have gained power, because they've separated man and woman and made everyone selfish. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you got the message. Hasta la vista.